Okay, I gotta be quick, right? Because I don't know why I gotta be, but I feel like I do gotta be. Um, so anyway, so you flip it on them. You flip it. They've been bullies for years, all right? People like one lady was like, "You're too hard," and she was just like, "Oh, I don't think you should do that." Um, you know, um, you gotta come soft, and she did. She practiced what she preached because she came real soft. She's like they would pop blast false prophecies and false, doctrines, and she'd be like, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. And again, I appreciate her contributing, but she's got to bring it with the word. But don't come at me and be like, oh, you need to calm down. No, I'm not calming down. We're bringing it, baby. We bringing this. So anyway, no, I'm talking about them. The false prophet's gonna come. You can't be, no, no, you got to bring the sword. And so anyway, my point is this: they're gonna say you're a replacement theologist. And again, it's just a bunch of nonsense. So you say no, you are, and we go from there. They say no, you are, and I say no, you are. And but again, the scriptures back me up, and they crush down, and that's the beauty of it. So you let the scriptures just flow. You know, you let it flow. Until they block you. A lot of times. I don't know what happened. One of the major news sites seemed like they blocked me or something. It was weird. So anyway, yeah. So my point is this. So they say you're a replacement. I'm like, no, you are. You replace Jesus with, a little state. And, and again, it's just not how it works. There's new heavens, a new earth, and a new Jerusalem coming. So they had one guy on there, and I had I had to come in there. And again, I don't troll, I just blast. I don't troll, I just blast. Just a few, and then I move on, you spread the love around. So anyway, yeah, he was like that. He said Jesus is coming, and he's going to sit in earthly Jerusalem, and again, and blah 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 blah, and again, he's lying. Jesus said the new Jerusalem that comes out of heaven from his God, right? Revelation 21. Revelation 22. Read both of them. That's the new heavens, new earth, new Jerusalem. 2 Peter 3, 10 through 13. Check that out. Isaiah 65:17. Revelation 3:12. Check all them out for me. You see what I'm saying? Quick. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Let's just cut through it. They like to sit there and politic. No, let's not just go straight to the word. So anyway, yeah, no, this earth is reserved for fire and it's going to get crushed. So they lying. And there's neither Jew nor Greek, bond or free, male or female. We all one in Christ Jesus. And if for Christ, we Abraham's seed as according to the promise. So that's a beautiful thing. And this was, this was pretty quick. And that's all I have to say. Flip it on, the days of them just, it's over. It's over. That fake wall has been clobbered, so we're just going to proclaim, look, freedom is beautiful. And, they got to do what they got to do. But Jesus Christ is Lord and King to the glory of God the Father. For he is the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. So, sorry, politicians out there, traitor politicians, are triggered by it. Oh, well. I don't get triggered. People could say, I worship this, I worship that. That's okay. I'm not going to be, I'm triggered. No, I'm going to be like, pray for them. That they come to Jesus Christ, But again, you don't get triggered. But yeah, they do. They get triggered over everything. They're like, no, you must respect us, and again, it's like, why? And they're like, because we said so, and again, I'm like, no, I absolutely, I mean, again, again, you got to tell me why. They're like, because we're the magical chosen apples. Our bloodline's better than everybody else's. And I'm like, that's not true. God said he made one blood of all nations. And then they're like, you know what? They're like, do you not believe we have a right to exist? I'm like, what are you talking about? You know, a right to exist. There is neither Jew nor Greek, bond or free, male or female. We are all one in Christ Jesus, and if for Christ, where Abraham's seed is going to the promise. So anybody can say that, and that's a weird thing. Let's face it. Let me just say it, since nobody else will. Um, so say you have anything, a Christian group that says, you know what, we're going to build a Christian land just for Christians. No one else can come in, and we also going to invade, a bunch of other nations. It's just not going to. It's a bad look. And well, again, any tribe that does that tries to pull that. We're the best. We're the greatest. So we're gonna go ahead and go here and just take over people's land. And no, it wouldn't work. But it does for them. But again, sooner or later, things just happen differently. And we'll see. But I know it's going to happen differently because Jesus is going to come with the seventh trumpet, crush this earth. It's reserved for fire, and he's going to bring new heavens and new earth and new Jerusalem. And that's where Jesus will sit on his holy hill. Zechariah 2 is the new Jerusalem. You got the angel measuring it, just like in Revelation. I mean, let's face it. There's only one time there will be no sun and moon, for God shall be the light of it, no death, sorrow, or pain. So God makes that all clear. So again, they don't have a leg to stand on. They can try to hold it up. Oh, I call them pet rockers. They're trying to convince you, oh, this earth, it's all set, everything is about. No, it's not. Everything's about you believing in Jesus Christ and calling upon him today. And that's what it's about. Then we're going to inherit the kingdom, the new heavens, new earth, the new Jerusalem. So it is what it is. God bless you.